First and 15, handoff left side. Boy, Steele has broke it through, and they're not going to catch him.
Drops. Boy, he better. Oh, he's going to be in the gun. Motion out of the backfield. Left side Waters. He's got the edge. Nobody there, and he was touched just as it crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels.
Running room off that left side, and he's going to have a Brentwood High School first down.
It is week 2 of the high school football season here on WCTV, and another exciting game this week as number 4 Ravenwood tries to bounce back from their loss last week against BA 20-14 against the very hot, high-rolling Franklin Rebels. They are ranked number 2 on the season, 2-0. Last week a win over Oakland, 27-6. Tonight expecting to see a lot of passing, a high-attack offense on both sides, and both of these teams led by some veteran quarterbacks. And Coach, how important is it, especially at the high school level, to have a good quarterback as your leader of the team?
Sean, tonight we've got probably 2 of the best quarterbacks in the state of Tennessee playing. Franklin's Michael Mykert and Ravenwood's T.C. Jennings. Mykert last week was 11 for 19 for 210 yards and is the current mid-state passing leader with 376 total yards. T.C. Jennings passed for only 61 yards last week. That was against a really tough Brentwood Academy defense and a second-half rainstorm that stymied the offense. Keep in mind, though, T.C. Jennings last season passed for over 1,800 yards. Both quarterbacks are proven leaders. They have loads of athletic ability and big playmakers on the field. Look for their teammates to give them plenty of support tonight. And if Jennings and Mykert get hot, look for Howard Gamble scoreboard to get lit up like a Christmas tree.
It's going to be a great game. Both teams heading out onto the field. We've got football action coming up next. Number 4 and number 2, Ravenwood and Franklin, next on WCTV. Well, we're about ready to get things underway here tonight from Franklin High School. Sean Hobson along with David Williams, as both teams come to the center of the field and meet. Some quick keys to the game tonight for Franklin. They've got to continue with their high-paced offense led by Mykert. He's a threat to pass and to run. Also, Titus Hardeman will figure in to the offense a bit. 6 carries last week for 28 yards. This Franklin team very good at cashing in on turnovers. And tonight, the Ravenwood Raptors have got to keep a hold of the ball. For Ravenwood, they're led by Jennings. Also, we'll see a lot of Dylan Williams, 111 yards rushing in last week's game. Also, we'll see a bit of Nash on the outside and some of Wilkerson as well. And the kickoff is underway from Lopez. Deep, and Franklin will field it just shy of the 10, brings it across to about the 25. And that's where they'll stop him. And Franklin will take over on offense first for tonight's game. So Michael Mykert will lead the offense out. Big crowd on hand tonight here at Franklin High School. Beautiful night for football action. Perfect weather conditions here at the start of this game. Ravenwood is in the white, black pants. Ravenwood starts on defense, and the first offensive possession now for Franklin. Mykert takes a snap out of the shotgun, steps up, runs it right through the middle of the offense, up across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Becker in on the stop for Ravenwood, and Becker's got to have another big night in the middle of that defense for Ravenwood.
I think we'll hear Becker's name called quite a bit tonight, Sean.
Important tonight for Ravenwood to get off to a quick start, as this Franklin team, once they get you a little bit behind, they start feasting on that. And so Ravenwood's got to have a big stop here on the first possession. Shotgun, fake to the first man through, gives it to the second back, and around the left side for Franklin for just a couple of yards.
I believe that was Wilkerson there, Sean. He came up and made a great tackle, wrapped up really well. And that's what it's going to take. The misdirection looked like it would pop there, but Wilkerson stayed at home, came up and made a great tackle.
John Hewitt on the carry that time. John Hewitt, one of their do-it-all guys for the Rebels. He's a running back. He'll spread out as he is now on the far side of the field to catch the ball. And he's also a great special teams player. Two-back set now. Microt under center. Takes a snap, drops back, three-step drop. Wow, passes it out into the flat and nobody there except for Ravenwood. And a clear pickoff that time by the Raptors. Adam Presley that time doing a great job of reading the eyes of Microt and stepped right into passing lane.
That's exactly right, Sean. He dropped back, read pass early, dropped back in his pass coverage, defense, and zeroed in, and the ball was thrown pretty much to him.
Looked like a little miscommunication that time between the receiver and the quarterback as the receiver cut out to the sideline and the pass was on a slant. Long snap. And the give right away is the Williams, quickly off the left side, breaks a couple of tackles, and he is down to about the 29-yard line of Franklin. So a quick turnover going the way of the Raptors, and they are looking to capitalize quick. Last week we saw a few passes early. In fact, the first pass of the game was a deep touchdown pass from Jennings to Wilkerson. And then pretty much went to the running game the rest of the night, and they started off right away trying to pound the ball with Dylan Williams. We talked about how important it was for Ravenwood to get off to a quick start. Now Jennings going to run the ball. Keeps it down close to the 25. Stop at the 26-yard line. So just a straight snap to Jennings that time and a bootleg off to the right side.
Look for Ravenwood early, Sean, to go with that spread offense. It was very successful for them in the second half against Brentwood Academy last week and really opened up their middle running game. I look for them to have a lot of success with the spread run game tonight. That will open up their passing attack.
2 consecutive runs for Ravenwood. We'll see if a pass, and it is, as Jennings dumps back, throws it long, overthrows Wilkerson to the end zone. Good coverage out there by the Rebels. Looked like the ball floated on him just a little bit, maybe didn't have a good grip on it.
Sure did. Wilkerson looked like he may have been open there for a little bit, and the ball just kind of got away from him early, but look for TC to get back on track on that. They'll come back to that play again, Sean.
3rd down and 6 coming up here for Ravenwood. 2 good runs to start. And the first pass attempt for Jennings incomplete. So 3rd down and 6. The snap, the give to Williams up the middle. Sidesteps one tackler. And gets it across the 20. And I believe he's got the first down. No signal yet. And I think the officials are going to take a timeout, it looks like, for a measurement. Well, it looked like it was pretty close. So the chain gang starts running on the field, and one of the officials dragging the chains as they come across. But they'll get them set up, and we'll see. Looks like it's going to be real close. If they get it, it's going to be by the end of the football.
Ravenwood coming out doing what was successful for them last week, spreading them out, and the quick hitter up the middle picked up almost enough yards for the first down. Looks like he's just going to be just a tad bit short.
Here's where you just follow those big studs on the line right here. Quick snap to Jennings and look for him just to lean it across the line. It is literally 4th and about 2 inches. About a chain link. Big play here for Ravenwood. Big play for the Rebels early in this game. Jennings with the hard snap. Looked like somebody jumped, but no call. Jennings will just lean out, follow the line, and gets the first down.
Keep it simple, get behind the big guys, and take it forward for the first down. Put it in your playmaker's hands.
9 minutes and 3 seconds left in the opening quarter of play. The Rebels had the ball first, and Ravenwood came up with an interception, and here they are, deep in Rebel territory, driving. Jennings now under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams stops, cuts back. A flag behind the play as Williams crossed the 15 down to the 14, and a penalty is going to go against Ravenwood. Well, last week, Ravenwood, it just seemed like every time they got up and running, they either had a penalty or some type of mistake. And this week they've got to eliminate those mistakes, because if there's one thing Franklin does, it is take those mistakes and turn them into big plays. So a holding call against Ravenwood. They'll back it up 10 yards and start first down again. They'll start right at the 30. Jennings back in the shotgun. Williams with him. The wide receivers were spread out. Jennings looking to throw deep to the end zone. Wide open man, and just overthrows him in the back of the end zone. Adam Marshall was waiting for it to come down, and he was trying to keep his feet in bounds, but the ball just kept selling on him. A strong arm by Jennings, and a pretty good play there on first down.
Yeah, Jennings scrambled around really well on that and avoided the pressure just to get the ball off. Had him open, just a tad bit overthrown out of the end zone.
Second down and 19 for Ravenwood. Williams and Jennings in the backfield. Man in motion is Nash. Nash steps up to the middle of the field. He's wide open. Jennings doesn't see him, now does, and he underthrows it. It's picked off by the Rebels, and here they come. And Jennings makes the tackle, but not before the interception is made by Casey Dykus. And when that play first developed, Nash came up, set a block, was wide open in the middle of the field, and by the time Jennings had to move to his left, he was covered.
We'll give the Franklin player a lot of credit there, Sean. He made a great move on the ball. Jennings fired it in there. Just Franklin player made a great move on it.
So far, 2 offensive sets, 2 interceptions, a turnover apiece, and now Franklin back on the attack. Mykrit will be under center, a 2-back set for the Rebels. Wide receiver spread to either side. And here comes the blitz now. Ravenwood gets back. A fake by Mykrit. He's going to keep it, and nothing do it as Nash comes up and makes a good stop for the Raptors. Mykrit, a lot of the offense here for the Rebels. He will pass it. He'll run it. Really sets up and sets the tone of this offense. This time they'll go to the shotgun. 1 back, 2 receivers near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Hewitt in motion. Now Hewitt stops in the flat. Mykrit nobody to go to. He'll run it, brings it down, and crosses the 35 down to about the 36.
Once again, Wilson came up, made an outstanding play, and sealed the perimeter off, kept Mykrit from getting around the end.
Wilkerson and Becker, 2 of the best at the linebacker position in this mid-state area. They really do a great job of stretching plays out on either side of the field. And a 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Rebels. One thing you see a lot with a quarterback that's as mobile as Mykrit is a lot of times if they don't have a quick pass, sometimes they may force the run just a little bit too much. But a quick pass out into the flat this time. Hewitt with a good move to the right side, puts his nose down, but again, the Ravenwood defense cannot be broken on that left side. Again, Becker in on the stop.
Excellent lateral pursuit by Ravenwood. It seemed like they sniffed the play out and got over there and made great lateral pursuit to stop any game.
So the punter for the Rebels will be out to kick. Williams will go deep. He is back with Wilkerson. 4th down and about 5. And a punt is away. Good kick. Spiral, it's going to hit close to the sidelines. Takes a Rebel bounce and goes out of bounds. And it looks like the official is going to mark it about a yard shy of the 30. So Ravenwood takes over with pretty good field position for their 2nd offensive set of the game.
Very impressed early on, Sean, with Ravenwood's defensive effort. Great lateral pursuit on both of Franklin's offensive drives, coming up with an interception on one and making them punt on the 2nd possession. A lot of speed to the ball by Ravenwood.
Defense gets set up for the Rebels. Shotgun formation. Quick hand to Williams. Williams got a lot of room to run. And he is down about the 32. That that play is ran so quick that you can't tell sometimes if Jennings has the ball or if Williams has the ball. It almost looks like a direct snap sometimes.
It was very successful for him last week. I look for it to be successful again tonight for him. Spread those linebackers out and bust it up the middle.
2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 for Ravenwood. The Raptors come out with trips on the far side. Nash now will go in motion, comes back to the right side. Williams the lone setback. Snap is taken. Williams stutters at the line, and it is met by a host of Rebels just shy of the 35-yard line. Great job of closing up the middle that time by the men in maroon. This defense from the Rebels been very stingy this year, only giving up 12 points in their first 2 ball games. And Ravenwood is trying to break them down a bit here. Jennings takes a deep snap out of the shotgun. Now will move to the right side, throws on the move, has a man open. It is Adam Marshall. Marshall catches it at about the 44-yard line. So a great job that time of Jennings rolling out to the right and waiting for his receiver to get open.
Just buying time, Sean, and that's what a great quarterback can do for you. Very athletic, a lot of poise, didn't panic, moved and found the open receiver and picked up the first down.
That's going to be big, too, for Jennings. Didn't pass a lot last week. Has already had 1 intercepted here. They're gone to the run quite a bit, so he needs a little bit of boost. And that's a good play right there to try to get him back on track throwing the ball.
That's what great athletic ability will do. It will give you time to find the open receiver. Stayed poised back there and got the ball off.
One thing Franklin doesn't want to see is T.C. Jennings getting in any kind of rhythm. 1st and 10. Ball to 44. Shotgun formation. Williams in the back. Now Jennings will roll off to the left side on the move, looking deep. Great throw, wide open receiver. Did he keep his feet in? He did. Great catch on the sidelines again. Adam Marshall is the target for Jennings.
Looks like Jennings they're trying to get him outside the pocket, Sean, and give him a little bit more time. Send a lot of receivers down the field, give him a lot of options to find the open man.
Well, that time Marshall just went to the spot, said, I'm standing here. Feed it to me where nobody else can get it to me. And Jennings threaded it in there nicely. Shotgun, takes a snap, Williams up the middle. Nobody there, breaks a tackle. And he is down to the 25-yard line of the Rebels. Well, the middle opened up like the Red Sea that time.
That's what a good passing attack will do for you. They've been successful with 2 passes back-to-back. Had to have the Franklin Rebels back on their heels just a tad, and then went with that spread middle running game and busted it up the middle.
The timeout is called on the field with 4:37 left here in the opening quarter. It's been a pretty exciting opening couple of possessions for each team. Both teams able to do a lot of what their offense calls for, mixing up the run with the pass. Micrit's been able to get out of the backfield. Also the defenses for each team have bent but not broken, and especially the Ravenwood defense has done a nice job of stretching out Franklin's attack, and both teams with an interception here in the early going.
Probably a good timeout here for Franklin. Showing you guys down, give them an opportunity to try to get back out on the field and stop this Ravenwood drive. Very impressed with Ravenwood's drive so far. After an early interception, they've come back and determined to try to punch this one into the end zone.
Has went a lot more back to the pass, too. We saw a big dose of the run last week, and they're starting to open up the air a little bit here with T.C. Jennings. Jennings in the shotgun, trip to the left. Takes the ball and gives it up the middle. Williams runs so low to the ground. He's almost hard to find when he comes through that line, and he's just able to slip through the tacklers. And he gets it to the 20.
And he's north and south. He doesn't see him try to make any move at the line of scrimmage and break it outside. He follows his blockers very well and runs north and south and runs hard.
2nd down and 5 now for Ravenwood. This time Jennings will be under center. 2 receivers either side. Gives off. Williams now looking to come back, and a great job of them in their own right of stretching that play out by the Rebel defense. Chaz Pace out there turning the play back inside, and a lot of his friends coming to help out.
Good play call, though. They've been successful up the middle, try to catch Franklin maybe in a stunt and bust one outside. Didn't work out, but I think it was still a good play call.
3rd down and 7. Shotgun formation for the Raptors. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Now it looks like they're checking off. Jennings sees something. Now they're switching up receivers. Nash will come to the middle, meets Marshall, and they are all confused, and they're going to have to take a timeout.
Timeout Ravenwood.
So a smart play that time. Instead of forcing something on 3rd down and 7, they take a timeout. They're going to talk about it, and this time they'll come out of the huddle with a good solid play.
The scramble will take place Saturday, October 1st, and you need to see Coach Jay Johnson.
Week number 2, the high school season, here on WCTV. Sean Hobson and Coach David Williams from Franklin High School tonight. The Rebels and the Raptors. Extraordinary night for football action. If you don't have anything to do, it's a great place to be right now here in Franklin. Lots of people out here to see this football game. So Ravenwood back on the field. They will have a 3rd down and 7. Looking to convert deep in Rebel territory. A 3-man bunch on the right side. Shotgun. Now everybody off to the right side. Jennings throws it out to Williams, who just kind of lingered back. Great spin move. Breaks a tackle and is out of bounds. And he is going to be short of the 1st down. So a good job again of Franklin of coming up and making a stop on Williams.
Once again, Jennings just making a play happen there, Sean. Just about enough time to find an open receiver out in the flat and got it to him. Good run. Good run after the catch and almost picked it up.
First down for Ravenwood. Had a bad angle on that one. Williams now off the left side. Great block. He's got nothing but green in front of him. He'll turn it around the corner and gets in for the Ravenwood touchdown.
Great drive for Ravenwood, Sean. They really needed to get on the board. There was 3:02 left in the 1st quarter.
Great lead block on the outside there by Ravenwood. Williams looked as if he was going to stick it up inside a little bit and then bounced it off of a great block and got to the corner of the end zone.
Same play they tried a couple of plays back. Tried to get outside. That time it was successful.
Lopez to kick the extra point. Kick is up. And it is good. So Ravenwood on the board first in tonight's game. As we close in on the 1st quarter of action, 3 minutes left. And a great sustained drive that time by Ravenwood.
Nothing predictable. Ravenwood using the passing game, using the middle run with the spread, and some outside running game to punch it in for the score. Ravenwood continues to mix it up as well as they did on that drive, Coach. I look for them to put some points on the board.
So far, only 1 penalty for Ravenwood and just 1 turnover, but everything else has looked really, really crisp for the team wearing white. So the home team now chopping at the bit to get on the scoreboard. Lopez will kick it away for the Raptors. Hewitt is back, one of the most dangerous special teams players in this area. In fact, last week's player of the week in the Mid-State. And they will try to kick it away from him. Ball's taken deep, just shy of the end zone, and not able to get it out to the 20. They'll mark it at about the 16-yard line. So again, good quick pursuit by the special teams of Ravenwood, and the Rebels now will take over. First down and the ball at the 16-yard line. Rebel offense trots onto the field. Mikert not really been able to show off his arm yet. Has a couple of scrambles in the game so far. Will be in the shotgun. Takes the ball. Quick pass out to the flat. It's caught and down just shy of the 25-yard line. A time to throw out to Campbell. And Campbell, one of the favorite receivers of Mikert. Good gain on first down. Picked up about 8 yards. So now it'll bring a second down and 2. And again, the shotgun for Mikert. Keeps one back with him. Frohock is in the backfield. A great pass. Wow, if he could have hit that pass to Campbell, it was good night, because he ran a great slant route that time, right in front of the defender, just off his fingertips.
Had a little bit of pressure coming up the middle. I know he had to glance off and see that white jersey almost in his face there. May have made him throw it just a little quick.
Good looking play there that time, but not able to hook up. Third down now, and about 2. Mikert in the shotgun, Frohock in the backfield. Hewitt to the near side. He and Campbell are familiar targets, and now looks like Ravenwood may have been across the line. I don't know if they drew Franklin off or not, but there is a flag. And it looks as if it was encroachment on the defense. They were trying to show a stunt that time, and the linebackers came up to the line of scrimmage and went just a little bit too far across the offensive line of scrimmage. So penalty that time against Ravenwood. Gives a first down to Franklin. First down at the 30. Mikert back in the shotgun. Hardiman on the near side, Hewitt on the far side. Handoff to Frohock. And he gets across the 35.
And who's getting up at the bottom of the pile for Ravenwood? Number 32.
Becker, quite a specimen there at linebacker. A great tandem with Wilkerson. Wilkerson tends to get a good penetration in there, and Becker will come in and finish him off. And now it looks like the Rebels will spread it out just a little bit. And a timeout again is going to have to be taken by Franklin, so apparently they didn't have the right package in there or the right play. So twice already here in the early going, we've had to see both teams take timeouts due to the fact that they didn't have the right offensive call in. 1:42 left in the opening quarter of play, so it's been an action-packed quarter. Been a pretty long first quarter. 7-0 the lead for the Raptors.
September 10th at 7 p.m. Centennial High School. This year it's free to the public, and the participating bands will be taking donations at the gate to help support the Red Cross Hurricane Relief Fund. Come support the band's efforts to help those who are in desperate need.
Franklin seems to be just a little out of sync, Sean. We're not getting a solid running game established right now. You would have thought early on that that's what they would try to do, maybe bunch them up with a full house back and try to attack Ravenwood a little bit.
They'll show pretty much the same formation. It's like double tight end. And again, Ravenwood shows a lot of motion from the linebackers. Mikert takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Frohock. Now we'll roll out to the right side, and you are not going to run out of the grasp of number 32, Daniel Becker. Great pursuit that time on the blitz by Becker.
It absolutely looked like he was shot out of a cannon there, Sean. He came right up the middle, and Mikert, having a little bit of speed himself, you would have thought maybe be able to get away from him, but no way. 32 was all over and wrapped him up and brought him down.
Not sure he heard the footsteps. It looked like Micah was starting to slow down so they could kind of get his footwork planted to get the pass away, and he slowed down.
I don't think there were any footsteps. I think he was running on air there as fast as he was moving. That was lightning speed.
3rd down and 13 for the Rebels. They look to pass it down the field. Micah takes a drop. Again, pressure, throws it up. He's got a man, Campbell, just can't run it down. But Campbell at the last second, a great acceleration, and had to lay out for that one. Looked like he was a little shaken up, but he had to lay out for that one and hit the ground hard. So, 4th and deep, and the Rebels again will have to punt it.
Marshall had pretty good coverage on that, Sean. He got back and read the play, seen they were going to try to run the fly route, and got back there and good coverage.
Wilkerson and Williams, both with good speed back for Ravenwood. Kick is high. This time to the middle of the field, and they're backing away, and it takes a Raptor bounce near midfield. Looks like they're going to spot it down at about the 46-yard line. So again, Ravenwood with excellent position on the field.
Bell's kick is down.
Ravenwood, the defensive speed tonight
takes over 1st and 10.
Excellent. The lateral pursuit's been there, and the pressure up the middle has caused a little bit of disruption in Franklin's offense.
Just 36.5 seconds left in the opening quarter. We'll probably see one play by Ravenwood to end a good first quarter of action. Snap is taken, fake on the handoff. Jennings will roll out, and he's looking deep, but then throws it over the middle. It's off. Throw high. Picks it off. And a great run back, too. It was Crawford that time on the pick. A good-looking play. They wanted Daniel Becker, but just overthrew him. Becker tipped it. And again, just like we talked about last week, you stay active, you stay close to the ball, you never give up, and the ball that time bouncing right into Franklin's hands. So Crawford picks it off, runs it back to about the 43-yard line, and now the Rebels are on the attack. Micah again. And is it another timeout?
Another timeout by the Rebels. That's their last one.
Still 25.7 seconds left in the opening quarter of play, and the Rebels have used all of their timeouts because of a couple of offensive miscues.
ESPN 1067 The Fan Game of the Week.
That time the offense had just gotten off the field. They probably relaxed themselves a little bit. Then you have the pickoff. They've got to run right back out on offense, and that's where you tend to see some people be either out of place or just not sure what they're doing on offense. Always got to be ready to run out on the field and run a play. So just when we thought the Ravenwood had an opportunity to kind of get Franklin back on their heels, the Rebels make another big play. And now the offense is ready. Rebels, 1st and 10. Ball at about the 38. Shotgun formation. Micah takes a snap, fakes it inside. Quick slant, and just shy of
Micah's pass intended for Titus Hardeman, incomplete.
Hardeman. So Hardeman again, they've been running that slant route really well, but Micah just not able to feed it in there right now.
That deep slant was open there. I think once again though, Micah definitely had a little bit of pressure coming up the middle, kind of had to throw off his back foot there. It's going to be hard to complete a pass when you have to do that.
2nd down and 10. This time Micah will go under center, offset eye for the Rebels. Receivers split to either side, looking out in a quick flat, and a great rush that time by Ravenwood, and the ball was deflected.
It's really hard to get that ball out in the flat when you have a defensive end penetrating past the line of scrimmage, getting his hands up. Great defensive end play there.
like Williams that time on the rush and got the tip for the Raptors. So 3rd down and 10. 2 straight passing plays. Both have been incomplete. Mykrit looking to take the snap. In the shotgun. Drops back just 2 steps. Looking deep and overthrows his intended receiver again. And he gets hit hard as he let that one go. He got hit hard.
4th and 10.
So 4th down, and the Rebels will have to punt it.
Back to receive for Ravenwood.
Good kick. And it's probably going to bounce into the end zone. Takes a straight up bounce. Franklin players are there, but it does go into the end zone. So almost got that one in there. Good kick.
Well, Franklin unable to take advantage of the interception. Good opportunity for them to score there and tie the game up.
A 3 and out for the Rebels, and now Ravenwood back with the ball. 2 seconds left, still in the first quarter. Snap is taken. Give is up the middle. Not much doing. Hit was made at the line of scrimmage. And that time Laidlaw took the handoff. So that will be the end of the first quarter. A very long and productive first quarter. Both teams battling back and forth. At the end of one, 7-0, Ravenwood leads it. We'll be back with second quarter action after this on WCTV. Little pass out in the flat that time. Wilkerson takes it across the 30. Again, Jennings running that little sprint out to the left side. And Wilkerson finds his position out there in the flat. A good play for Ravenwood. An injured Rebel is on the field. So far, the game plan for Ravenwood has been a good one, mixing up the run real well with the pass and not looking to go deep every time, just throwing the ball out in the flat and letting things happen.
Yeah, a lot of receivers running downfield and running some curls and some crossing patterns, and Jennings able to spread out and buy some time to find the open receiver. So far, 2 interceptions by Ravenwood, not hurt him. Franklin's been unable to take advantage of it, Sean.
Typically, Franklin, a very productive team offensively. In week 1, scored 56 points. Last week, 27. And a lot of their points have come off good special teams and off of takeovers. We've had 2 tonight and have really been unable to do much. So a good sign, the injured player down at the 30 now sitting up. They're nodding. And they hopped right up. Hampton is the player that was down. Looks like he just may have got his body in a little bad angle, but he's walking off pretty much on his own accord. So, back to action. Ravenwood 1st and 10. Snap taken, long handoff to Laidlaw, and this time it's the Franklin defense stretching the play out and running it down from behind. Good pursuit that time from the right side of the defensive line of Franklin. Chaz Pace that time. Big, strong kid, plays defensive end and tight end for the Rebels. Showing good speed that time. Now, out of the shotgun again, sprinting to his left, now back to his right. Good pursuit by Franklin, and Jennings is going to have to get loose of it, and he is out of bounds. A huge loss that time for Ravenwood. You just got to chuck it in the cheap seats right there. Well, great job.
That's been successful for Ravenwood the whole first quarter. Just one time that Pursuit happened to catch up with him.
Great play that time by the Franklin defense as they had a couple of guys there in hot pursuit. Josh Coffey that time doing a great job of getting up on the play, breaking down, not allowing Jennings to put a move on it. Now Jennings deep on third down. Hands it up the middle, and that time just trying to get some positive yardage and get out of town. As Jennings is also the punter, and he said, I need a little room here to kick the ball.
Well, probably a smart play there, that far to go for a first down. Just, you got a 7-0 lead. Don't do anything stupid, backed up into your own end zone and cause a turnover. Run up the middle and punt it, and you've been playing great defense. Let your defense continue to hold.
Jennings back to kick, the ever so dangerous Hewitt back to return. There's a kick, kind of a squabbly kick, drops right in front of Hewitt. Hewitt's gonna pick it up. Very dangerous move, but he does get it to midfield as he had a defender right in front of him, and he just swipes the ball right out from in front of him. And when you're a good special teams player, sometimes you can take risks like that.
I don't know if the coach will tell him to try that again, though, Sean. I think he'll tell him just to back away from the ball. And let's take it right there at about the 45, and I don't think those 3 extra yards would really matter.
Franklin takes the ball right at midfield, looking for their first score of the game. These teams a lot alike. Both very quick defensively, quick offensively. They like to mix up the run and the pass. And so far, Ravenwood has been the better of the two. Good show. Great run up the middle. A lot of room for Mikrit. Puts his head down and charges down to the 29. Well, that time it was a great job of Mikrit showing that he was going to pass, and then he went up the middle.
Well, barring just a little bit out of the Ravenwood playbook, spread them out and let your quarterback run right up the middle. Looked like maybe a linebacker shot the wrong gap there, and that's a chance you take sometimes.
So on the Franklin side of the 30, at the 31. Shotgun. Mikrit takes a snap. Quick throw out in the flat. Campbell catches it and takes it down to the 15. So the Rebels starting to catch fire a little bit, and Mikrit is starting to look awful comfortable out there, Coach.
Great catch by Campbell. Had to come back for the ball a little bit and reach out and pick it up.
Starting to really click here on offense. Mikrit with a big run, and then a good pass to Campbell. Now they'll spread. 2 receivers to the left side, Hewitt and Campbell. 2 receivers to the near side. Shotgun formation, Frohock in the backfield. Again, they show that pass, and then Mikrit will just stick his head down and pound ahead for a couple of yards.
Looked like he had more running room off to the left side there. I think he picked the wrong way to go, but you're trying to hit that play quick, and sometimes that happens.
Ball placed about the 13-yard line, 2nd down and about 7. Rebels looking to get on the board, and they are in the red zone. Now 3 receivers to the far side. Lone setback is Frohock. They really do a good job of spreading the ball out to a lot of different guys. And this time a quick throw hits Campbell right into numbers. And that was just a quick 1 step and pop it to the outside. It was actually Phillips that time on the outside. 5'7" senior looking of where he was going to run, and you got to secure that pumpkin before you take off.
Exactly.
3rd down and 7. Mikrit in the shotgun. Frohock back with him. Hewitt in motion. Motion is to the left side. Now sprint out to the left side. Frohock picks up the pursuit, and the ball's batted up and around. and Ravenwood picks it off in the end zone, and they will have the ball at the 20. I was just about to say, Micah did a great job of threading that ball where only his receiver could get it. But man, he had some mustard on that, and the ball was tipped up a couple of times.
I don't know who the defensive back was that made that play, but he got his hands in there and just got the ball knocked loose. Got the ball up in there and gave his teammate a chance to pick it off.
Looked like it was Adam Marshall that actually picked it off, but the ball was batted up. And we've seen that happen several times already in this young season where the ball just gets tipped up in the air and the players are quick to get there. So Jennings again running the offense for Ravenwood and a jump on the right side. So we'll back it up 5 yards for the Raptors. And again, Franklin just a little bit off here tonight. Just when they get a chance to get a score, have a costly turnover. 5-yard penalty, and now first down and 15 for Ravenwood. Ball spotted at the 15. Jennings in the shotgun with Williams back. Hands it off up the middle. Good pursuit by the middle of the line of Franklin. Meets him right at the line of scrimmage, and I'm not sure if he even got a yard that time.
I believe that's the first time Franklin's actually stopped that middle run.
So George popping right up the middle. In on the stop. Ravenwood now second down and 14, so they do give him about a yard on that one. And now a bad snap, but luckily it comes back in the hands of Jennings. And Jennings rolling, throws back to the middle of the field, and Marshall standing there wide open at about the 30-yard line.
They do have a flag down.
And it looked like there was a block in the back.
Maybe a holding against Ravenwood.
Or a holding. It did look like that the Franklin pursuit was about to get to Jennings, and then we were blocked out of the play. So something taking place behind the play as there's a flag on the field.
Once again, though, TC Jennings, ball snapped completely almost through his hands, grabs onto it and makes something happen. Hate to see a penalty stymie that, but.
So a bad block that time backs Ravenwood all the way back to about the, where are they going to mark it at? About the 8-yard line, it looks like. So this is where they throw out numbers and say you got a second down and a country mile. Let's just try to get a short piece of that back. So they'll spread the receivers out again. One receiver near side, 3 on the far side. Jennings with the little shuffle pass to the middle, and Franklin is having none of it. With a big stop on Williams. Great defensive stand this time by the Rebels. Third down, and again, very long for Ravenwood. Well, Coach, do you look to go for something here or just try to get it out so you can get your punter some room?
I don't believe you do. 7-11 left before the half, 7-0 lead. They've been able to hold Franklin from moving the ball until that last possession. Just a short run, go ahead and punt it and pin Franklin back.
Well, he drops back into his end zone. Great protection by Ravenwood. He's throwing it deep, and it may be picked off. It is. Hardiman picks it off. Will bring it across midfield, down across the 40, to the 30, cuts back, and is stopped across the 25, down to the 23 of Ravenwood. He forced it that time out of his end zone, and it was picked off by the Rebels. And let's see now if they can capitalize on one of these turnovers.
Well, I called that wrong. I was for sure Ravenwood would just run it up the middle and punt. But the long pass sometimes can be just as good as a punt if the guy intercepts it back there and you make a quick stop. He just happened to make a good interception and a good run back.
Almost looked that time like Titus Hardiman may have been playing kind of a prevent.
Exactly.
Just don't let him go deep on you, because he was standing right at midfield waiting for the ball to come down and did a great job of going up and picking it off. So Hardiman will stay in on the far side of the field at the receiver position. Micrit now goes deep. They try to capitalize quickly. Campbell goes up for it in the end zone, and the ball is knocked away. Good coverage that time by Ravenwood.
Good time to try it after a big turnover.
Scott Ford, step for step that time with Campbell on the far side of the field. And it was just a jump ball that time, and neither one able to come down with it.
Good time to try a long pass on first down. Try to maybe get a one-on-one coverage over there and score quick.
We'll maybe look for him now to try to spread it out, try to get some yardage up the middle. They've been successful the last couple of offensive possessions. They'll go with the I formation, just offset. Frohock and Hardiman are in the backfield. And a flag before things get started. And let's see what the call is. It looks like we had maybe a defensive player lined up in the neutral zone. As soon as they got set on the offensive line, the official blew the whistle, so must have had somebody lined up in the neutral zone. However you count it, it was a 5-yard penalty, 5 easy yards for the Rebels. Second down now and 5. Ball placed right at the 20. So just about to enter the red zone, and the Rebels have been unable to crack the end zone so far. Mykrit out of the shotgun, hands it off. Inside, big stop that time as Frohock was upended in the backfield. Stop that time made by Travis Bakari. And so the Rebels will try it again. Third down and about 4. Or 6 rather. It went the wrong way. Now Mykrit calling out the play in the shotgun. Frohock back with him. And they're looking to go across again. They lob it up. This time, good position by Campbell. He brings it down and a Rebel touchdown. They've tried that play 3 times, and finally, Campbell able to seal off his defender, get good inside position, and does a great job of going up, meeting the ball in the air, pulls it down, and the Rebels are on the board. And now the extra point will be tried.
Just single coverage, jump ball, and he got up and pulled the ball down. It was a great catch and a great throw. John
Bell sets up for the extra point. Snap is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. Right down the middle, and the score is now tied up, 7-7, 5:45 left in a very exciting first half of action. So far this year, Franklin's done a great job of getting turnovers and scoring off those turnovers. We've seen 3 here tonight. So far, they've only been able to turn 1 of those into a score. So we're all tied up. Boy, there's been a lot of things happen here in this first half.
Exactly right, Sean. We've had 3 interceptions on Ravenwood's part and 2 on Franklin's part. Still a great game. All the turnovers, for the most part, have not hurt either team. We've got a 7-7 tie with 5:45 left in the first half.
And really, the turnovers haven't been the kind that we saw last week, fumbles and that nature. They've been great defensive plays on both sides. So Laidlaw will drop back deep for Ravenwood. Looking to give the Raptors some good field position to go back on offense. Last offensive possession, the Rebels able to knock them deep and force a turnover. And here's the kick, and the kick is deep, just shy of the end zone. And Laidlaw drops it, and it is hit. He's fumbled, and nothing there but Franklin jerseys. They will fall on it at the 9-yard line. Another huge turnover, and this has been the story of the year for Franklin. You cannot turn the ball over to the Rebels. Laidlaw caught the ball, dropped it once, picked it up, and it was hit hard by the Rebels. Coughs it up, and Franklin will take over at the 11. Well,
Ravenwood's played great defense all night. They're really going to have to pin their ears back and stop this Franklin drive, hold Franklin at least to a field goal attempt.
And Ravenwood kind of reeling right now, back on their heels. Will take a good time out and try to regroup before Ravenwood takes over. First down and 10 at the 11.
Franklin will have the ball.
.540 left in the first half. 7-7 to score. And Ravenwood had a chance there and coughed the ball up. So Franklin takes over deep in territory. Knocking on the door of another score. They've capitalized on 1 of 3 thus far. And we'll have an opportunity to get another score here. Looking to score quick. Microt under center. 2-back set. Frohock is the tailback. They'll look to lob it up again. This time it's thrown to the back of the end zone, thrown too far to the inside, and that was pretty close to a pickoff there by Ravenwood.
I think number 20 for Ravenwood, he kind of baited him on that, thinking they may go back to what they scored on earlier. Cheated over a little bit, got over there real quick.
Corbin Carl was the man that got his hands on that one, and he's had good coverage all night tonight in the Ravenwood secondary. So again, Hardeman will spread it out to the left side. 1-back set. Now Hardeman will come back into the backfield with Frohock. Hewitt Campbell off to the right side. So they load up the right side. Now Microt will sprint out, throws it, and Campbell goes up and gets it, and another touchdown. I'm telling you what, not only is he his favorite target, but he's an athletic guy, and if you just throw it out there, your chances are pretty good of Campbell going up and wrestling it down, and his second touchdown in consecutive possessions.
Microt being chased, got outside, and borrowing from TC Jennings, got a little time, made a great play on that.
So just like Franklin has done all year long, taking advantage of turnovers and scoring quickly. Bell on for the extra point. There's the hold, and the kick is up, and it is through. So just as quickly as it was 7-7, it's now 14-7.
Franklin 14, Ravenwood 7.
So a quick score by the Rebels, 5:26 left in the half. And now Ravenwood's going to have to come out with a good offensive possession right here.
And they've done so most of the night, Sean. They've moved the ball and look for them to come out and stay with what they've been doing all night. I think they'll continue with their spread, mixing in some passes, some run. Ravenwood just been unlucky a couple of times. They'll move the ball here. And it's important to get down and get a touchdown and go into the half tied up.
That's the dangerous thing about these Rebels is they just keep hanging around, and once they get in a rhythm, they score quick. So Ravenwood now will send another receiver back. Laidlaw is not back deep for him this time. Ayers will be the man. So the Rebels ready to kick off. Ravenwood needs a good return here. And another great kick. Just shy of the end zone. Taken by Ayers. Ayers got a break up the middle.
Outside.
He's off to the left side. The only man to get him is the kicker. And now Ayers accelerates and is finally locked down. And that's exactly what Ravenwood needed.